In the heart of a quaint, centuries-old village, nestled beneath a shroud of perpetual fog, there stood an imposing manor known as Blackthorn House. Abandoned for decades, its dark silhouette dominated the landscape, casting a sinister shadow over the villagers who dared not speak its name. But for Sarah, a curious historian with an insatiable appetite for unraveling the past, the enigma of Blackthorn House was too tantalizing to resist. Part 1: The Hidden Diary. Sarah had spent years researching local legends, and the tales of Blackthorn House beckoned her like a siren's call. The villagers, though wary, shared chilling stories of spectral apparitions and ominous, unnatural sounds emanating from the manor's depths. One fateful evening, Sarah received a weathered journal from an elderly villager. It was said to have belonged to Emily Blackthorn, the last inhabitant of the cursed house. Her entries, written in trembling ink, hinted at a malevolent presence within Blackthorn House, one that had driven her family to madness and despair. Part 2: The Haunting Descent. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah ventured into the fog-draped village, guided by the journal's cryptic clues. The path to Blackthorn House was overgrown and nearly impassable, but she pressed on, the oppressive fog swallowing her every step. As she approached the mansion's crumbling entrance, a chilling wind whispered secrets of long-forgotten horrors. The massive, oak door creaked open, as if beckoning her to enter. Sarah's heart raced, but her curiosity compelled her forward. Part 3: The Sinister Room. Inside Blackthorn House, Sarah found herself in a labyrinth of decaying corridors, each more foreboding than the last. She followed the journal's directions until she reached a door that stood apart, its wood warped and aged beyond its years. She cautiously pushed it open, revealing a room that time had forgotten. The walls of the room were adorned with faded, nightmarish murals of writhing figures and grotesque monsters. In the center of the room, an eerie, ornate mirror cast a spectral glow. As Sarah approached, the mirror reflected not her own image, but a distorted, malevolent version of herself. Part 4: The Unearthly Presence. The room seemed to pulse with a malignant energy, and Sarah felt an unseen presence closing in around her. Whispers, like the sighs of tortured souls, filled her ears. She recoiled in terror as Emily Blackthorn's ghostly figure materialized before her. Emily's hollow eyes bore into Sarah's soul, and she spoke in a voice that seemed to emanate from the abyss itself. She recounted the horrors that had befallen her family, the sinister entity that dwelled within the mirror, and the curse that had plagued Blackthorn House for generations. Part 5: The Desperate Escape. Sarah realized that she had to break the curse to free Emily's tormented spirit. She searched the room for clues and discovered a forgotten ritual hidden within the journal. With trembling hands, she followed the instructions, hoping to banish the malevolent entity from the mirror. As the ritual neared its conclusion, the room shook with fury, and the mirror shattered into 1,000 shards. Emily's specter let out a heart-wrenching wail before vanishing, leaving behind a haunting silence. Part 6: The Lingering Dread. Sarah fled Blackthorn House, leaving the cursed mansion behind her. The fog that had once shrouded the village began to lift, and the villagers dared to speak of the house that had haunted their nightmares for generations. But Sarah couldn't escape the feeling that a part of the malevolent entity still clung to her, that the horrors of Blackthorn House would forever haunt her dreams. She knew that some curses could never truly be broken, and that the past had a way of lingering, waiting to reclaim those who dared to uncover its darkest secrets.